Good morning, Rapids Nation, and welcome to the Bellefleur Tire Shop Grand Falls Greenfoot Rapids pregame show. Finally got that right after the first couple of attempts. It's good to see you all here. The pregame festivities are just about to begin. The tailgate party has officially begun underway here at the E&P Seneschal Center for game day between the division rival Edmundston Blizzard and your hometown Grand Falls Greenfoot Rapids. I don't even think I need to hype up the game, how exciting it's going to be. I mean, you all know the rivalry, you all know what's at stake, and the classic nature behind this rivalry. How much these two teams, they do not like each other one bit. They're going to be facing off. There's going to be a lot of animosity here today. I would expect it to be highly contested, highly physical, and very, very entertaining, to say the very least. Wherever you're watching from, whether it's on your couch, at the arena, or up in the broadcast booth like myself, it's going to be a fun one to watch. And we are going to get right into the stats right here on the pregame show. So here's the tale of the tape. The Edmundston Blizzard obviously coming off of a 10-2 win against the Amherst Ramblers, similar to the Grand Falls Rapids, a 6-1 win against the Ramblers. Friday night, of course, you saw the Rapids defeat the Ramblers 6-1. Last night, the Blizzard playing in their home opener ended up just crushing Amherst 10-2. We'll get into that in just a few moments here. Leading scorers for both teams, Oliver Plant and Nathan Plemondon-Michaud tied with 2 goals apiece for the Grand Falls Rapids. Last night, of course, Darian Thompson setting the goal lead for the Edmundston Blizzard with 3. Noah Bro leading in assists, and Darian Thompson, of course, leading them in points with 3 as well. 10-6, 10 goals for the Edmundston Blizzard, 6 goals for the Grand Falls Rapids, and their goals against have been low so far. The Rapids just allowing 1 goal, while the Blizzard allowing 2. So the stats in terms of just early season stats are very even in terms of their points leaders, in terms of their record. I mean, it's the first game of the season that just happened. Special teams. Yes, you're going to see that Edmundston, they're at 0%, did not score at all in the power play. For the Rapids, don't panic. It's early in the season, and I'm going to say this a lot in the first couple of games here. Power play has basically been ineffective for both teams through the first game, but don't even stress because their penalty kill makes up for it. The Rapids with the second-ranked penalty kill in the division, 83.3%. Sitting at 66.7% for the Blizzard, 5th place, just behind the West Kent Steamers, who have been even less effective than Edmundston here. Now, this is going to be a game of physicality, like I mentioned. These two teams, they do not like each other. You've seen it games time and time again, last season, this season. This is going to be one you want to watch, if ever, and I mean ever, there's a game that you're going to tune into on Flow Sports this season, watch this one, because it's going to be a very hotly contested game. Now, some of the X-Factor players, I mean, you saw last game that Oliver Plant had 2 goals. Nathan Plemondon-Michaud had 2 goals. Tristan Richard was finding his way onto the scoreboard. Those are going to be the X-Factor players for the Rapids here. I think this game, you're going to want to get that early start. You saw that they scored the first goal in the last game, ended up going up 2-0, and it ended up, the ball was rolling from there, and it did not stop. So that's going to be a big key to the game for the Rapids, is making sure that you have that early goal, that you don't let up the goal in the first 2 minutes of the game. That's been a constant theme in this rivalry series, as you saw all season long last year between these two teams. Edmundston always scored the first goal in the first 2 minutes and ended up being their Achilles heel. So you want to try and avoid those moments. And it's also going to be about shutting down that championship mentality Blizzard team, because keep in mind, this is the defending league champions as well. It's a much different look, obviously, than they had last year, but it doesn't make them any less deadly than they were before. And it's important to keep in mind that this is, like I said, a much different Blizzard team. They're not rebuilding, they're just retooling. So you underestimate them as you will. And I know that you will. But this is going to be a team that is not taken lightly. And this is why it's going to make all the difference for the Rapids to be right out the gate, firing at will. So your key players to watch for both teams, of course, I mentioned that it's going to be Oliver Plant, Nathan Michaud, Jonah Leard for the Grand Falls Rapids as well. Those are going to be your big three in terms of getting your point production early on the board. For the Edmonton Blizzard, it's going to be Emile Fournier. You want to watch him around the net as well. A very deadly force, as we saw last year, was one of the candidates for Rookie of the Year, 60-plus points through the 52 games that he played last season, and was a finalist for Rookie of the Year. New acquisition in goal for them, Ryland Benner. We will see if he ends up getting the start tonight. There's obviously two new goaltenders that the Blizzard acquired on the offseason, and you want to get to them early. That's going to be a big key to the game. So we're going to see how this shakes out, and it's going to be a very, like I said, exciting game. And there's not going to be, I want to see every fan here in the building today making noise, because that game, last game, was fantastic. You all did a great job, but we want to hear a lot more noise. Every goal that's scored, every big hit, every assist, every raging play, make noise. So with that being said, we're going to take you into the game. I'm going to have David Rains, the coordinator of game day and events, joining me on the show in just a few moments to talk about the rivalry between the Blizzard and the Rapids, and of course the exciting things that are to come this season. All right. Joined by the coordinator of game day and events for the Grand Falls Rapids, David Rains. David, this is obviously a big game for the Rapids here. It obviously always is when the Edmonton Blizzard are in town. Seemingly that these two teams, they absolutely can't stand each other. That pressure is there just to perform a little extra hard. You've been a part of this rivalry now since the team came to town for the better part of 8 years. What can you say on how special this rivalry is, not just to the town, but to the teams?
Well, this is a rivalry like no other. Well, not like no other. Listen, it's like a rivalry between Montreal, Toronto, Montreal, Boston. It's the same type of rivalry that happens. And tonight, you're going to see, or this afternoon, you're going to see the crowd. The crowd is going to be here. The crowd, Edmonton has a good crowd that travels with them. And they'll be here. They'll be making noise. Grand Falls, the crowd will be here. And hopefully they'll be making noise as well. I heard you touch on it a little bit earlier about making noise. People don't understand how important it is, especially in a rivalry game. When you've got your biggest rivals in town, if you can't get up and get excited as a fan in the stands, boy, oh boy, I don't know what's going to get you excited. So if you're coming down to the game today, tomorrow, next week, bring your noisemakers, bring your voice, leave your voice in the arena. I do every time that we are here, and you know what I do for a living, so that's not always the easiest thing to do, but I definitely think it's very important. The rivalry itself is going to be awesome. It's always awesome. It's fun to watch, and I think today is going to be no different. I think the preseason, a lot of people look at it and, Edmonton beat Grand Falls in the preseason. It's going to be the same old, same old. It's not the same old, same old. This team is not the same old team, as you had been highlighting. And best in the business, folks. So if you haven't already subscribed, by the way, hit that subscribe button and make sure that you're tuned in to the pre- and post-game shows, the Bellefleur Tire pre- and post-game shows, because definitely Tyler deserves that. And it's not just because I'm impartial, not because I'm biased, but definitely one of the best in the business. So yeah, that's my take on the rivalry game.
And you touched on that, how special, and especially the fans getting into it. Sometimes that could be the difference between a 1-0 game and a 5-1 game.
It's the sixth man on the ice. If the crowd is into it and the crowd is loud, then the boys pick up on it, and it's like having a sixth man on the ice without getting the too many men on the ice penalty.
So it's a special game. Obviously, we have some pre-game festivities going on. Tailgate party just happening outside.
Tailgate party, super fun. Second year we've done it. Great turnout again this year, and we're having some fun. People bringing their barbecues down, and it's a good old tailgate party. You got the poster stations out there, target practice. It's super fun. We're looking to do more of these events, these type things. The whole attitude is it should be about the fans, and it is about the fans. So when you're coming down, there's a poster station. We're going to target practices most games. We're going to have lots of great activations in the intermissions, so a reason to keep fans here and engaged during the games. And if people have suggestions, hey, I'm always around. Come and find me. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Put the comment down below as well, what you'd like to see, and we'll look at that for future games as well.
Could be some really fun ideas, I'm sure that people have.
Oh, there's some great things. We just gotta figure out the implementation of them. But there's a lot of fun things to come this year, that's for sure.
And early in the season so far, we've seen that first game, 6-1 for the Rapids, a win on home ice over the Amherst Ramblers. Seems like this team's really starting to gel. We've seen a lot of that in the preseason, and now first game regular season coming on. Overall, you've got to witness a little bit of how these guys are around the rink, not just on the ice, but off the ice as well. What are you thinking when you see these guys and how they're gelling so far?
I was talking to some of the parents last night, some of the parents of the players last night, and I said, this team, I haven't seen a team gel this quickly and this well in many, many years. In fact, it was 2020 was the last time that I saw a team gel as early as they have and be as cohesive as they are. And I'll tell you, that was the year that the boys were leading the league when that virus shut us down, and that was probably the year that we had the best shot at a championship. So not saying we're going to win the championship. We're going to win one period at a time. This is what I say all the time, was win the first, win the second, win the third. Eventually the game will take care of itself. Win the season by winning games.
And it's been so exciting so far. Everybody that I've talked to in town, they're always saying how this could be the most exciting Rapids team that we've seen in years. The other night was, I think, the biggest turnout that we've had in the last little while for sure.
Over 1,000 fans on the season opener, which is absolutely phenomenal. First season opener, by the way, that the Rapids have won since 2018. So that's a good thing. That's a good sign. And I think, the commitment is there from the leadership team. The commitment is there from the coaches, from the front office, and from the players. So listen, it's going to be an exciting season. I can't go anywhere in town. People don't stop me and ask me about the team. And so, hey, listen, thanks for bringing me on. If you're watching this now, share with your friends and family what my thoughts are. Feel free to stop me in the community as well. But now you have a little bit of an idea of what I think about this team as well. Super exciting season. I say it all the time. This isn't the same team that you see every year. And I think there's a lot of good reason to be excited.
And now this is going to be a really fun game. David, thank you very much for taking the time to join us this afternoon. We're going to see you right before game time. I'm going to be up in the booth with the call with you this afternoon. I will see you on Flow Sports. Make sure you're tuned in if you're not coming to the game. But if you are, make some noise. We want to hear you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell notification for all future content. And keep tuned to the channel where we're going to have Jack Brown on for the Bellefleur Tire Shop Grand Falls Greenfoot Rapids post-game show.
And if you forget how it goes, it's Go Rapids Go.